Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Elevating Us podcast, where we discuss how to enhance and excel your personal journey. Y'all, we are a few days away from our 2025 Vision to Motion, a vision board virtual party, January the 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. So y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to our email at elevatedlife@elcoaching.net so that y'all can be a part of our virtual vision board party as well. We are going to have a blast while we are just planning our vision, okay? While we are putting pictures and affirmations and words and quotes and all the things to our vision board. We are going to have fun while doing this, but we want to take it a step further. So not just putting our vision on a vision board and making it look all nice, but we want to bridge the gap of turning our vision into motion, okay? Putting that vision into place so that it's not just one of those things of, oh, I wish I could obtain this. I want to obtain this. I want this, that, and the third in life. We are going to make that happen. And how do we make that happen, Kaylin? I'm so glad you asked. Baby, when it comes to making things happen, we have to have a plan. If you don't have a word for this year yet, I want you to truly think about what your word is for this year, okay? That word that you're picking for this year is going to set the tone of how your year should be, okay? So we're not just doing a New Year's resolution. We want to have a word that sets the stage for how we want to live this year, okay? If you don't have a word yet, truly think about what your word is going to be and make sure that you have it ready for our vision board party, okay? Now, whether you want to be intentional, whether you want to thrive, whether you want to elevate, whatever your word looks like, make sure that you have that word plastered, okay? Make sure that you have that word on the forefront of your mind in everything that you do. Because if whatever you are doing throughout this year does not align with that word, then it's time to rethink. It's time to recalibrate. It's time to get back on track, okay? Now, I will say that my word for this year is thrive, because I took the last few years to set the foundation. Now it's my year to thrive into those goals and that foundation that I have set, okay? And we'll talk more about this at the vision board party. So y'all make sure that y'all there, okay? Nonetheless, we're going to get right into what this week's topic is for Elevating Us podcast. This week, we are talking about how to bridge the gap from our vision to motion. We're going to give you some simple steps to bridge this gap between our vision to motion, okay? Making our vision become our reality, okay? Now, with these steps, it's more easily to write it down and look at it. Now, the challenging part comes with setting it in motion, okay? Y'all, we like to plan, okay? We want to make sure that we have a plan for everything that we do because it helps us stay on track with our goals. Now that is not to say that our journey will be interrupted in some type, form, or fashion. And if it is, it's okay. But we want to make sure that we are creating an intentional plan so that we can have a guide, in a sense, to follow, so that we are not aimlessly wandering in this world and going through the motions, okay? So we always want to be intentional about our plans. Let's talk about what that looks like. Now, once we have gotten our vision board down, we have it looking all pretty, we have it set up in a place of where we can constantly go back to, however, wherever that looks for you. Now it's time to take it a step further and create a plan of what that looks like, okay? So we're talking about 3 steps so that we can create an intentional plan to accomplish our vision, all right? To turn our vision into our reality, to take that vision and put it into motion. First, we want to define our goals, okay? So we have our vision of what we want to obtain, all right? But we also want to put some goals and some reason behind why we want to accomplish that goal. Your reasoning of why you want those goals and those things is going to help you stay disciplined along your journey to get into a place of where you are accomplishing those goals, okay? So really define your goals, your reasoning of why you have that vision, why you want to accomplish those things, all right? And then we want to create a plan, all right? Make sure that you are defining and writing out your goals, why you want these goals, the true reasoning behind them. And then we want to write down our big goals, or write down what that looks like for you in each category. So 3, you want to break down these big goals, okay? Taking it into smaller steps of what that truly looks like for you, okay? Now remember, as we are breaking down these big goals into smaller goals, we want to make them measurable, all right? We always talk about setting goals and putting numbers with them, because this is how you're going to monitor your progress. We're going to use fitness, for example, specifically eating, all right? So you have your purpose, your overall purpose, reasoning. I want to be more fit. I want to be more healthy. All right. That's your goal, the reasoning behind that, so that you can be healthier for the long term, so you can do and maneuver independently and be able to fully thrive in your health journey. Okay. Whatever that looks like for you. So we have our goal, we have our reasoning of why we want to be healthy for the long term. So now we're going to break that down into a smaller goal of what that truly looks like. Starting out, for example, you could write a smaller goal of, I will eat 3 healthy meals a day for 2 weeks. All right, so you have your numbers. Then you can break it down into smaller goals. When you start to plan for that week, you can break it down as to what are the 3 healthy meals that you are going to eat today, or you are going to eat this week. Make it small, okay? You see how we're breaking it down so that it can be more manageable? We're literally taking this big goal and turning it into a small, feasible goal, okay? Breaking it down into a smaller goal helps that goal not to be so intimidating and so far-fetched out for you, okay? When we are talking about goals, it can be the biggest goal in the world, all right? Like literally, what do you want out of life? Okay, we listed at the top. We're going to break it down into smaller goals that are measurable, that are more feasible for us, so that we are stacking. And once we accomplish this goal, then we're accomplishing that goal. Once we accomplish that goal, then we can get to the next goal until we reach our ultimate goal. We can plan, we can write down all these goals, but I will let you know now, the most challenging part is staying disciplined and staying the course on your goals, okay? Staying disciplined with your goals will be the most challenging part, because as we know, as we grow and we get older, as we know, life starts lifing, okay? And when life starts lifing and you have that new goal that you want to implement, it can sometimes go to the back burner, and we put it off until we can get our lives back on track and whatever that looks like. But honestly, there's never going to be the perfect time to start a new habit or a new goal or anything of that nature, okay? It's best to start your goals now. Start working on these goals now, because you're never going to have the perfect time to work on it. But when life starts lifing, that's the part where we tend to fall off from our journey, from the progress that we have made, and then put it on hold, and we end up putting it on the back burner. But this year, this time, we don't want to do that, okay? We're going to be intentional about making sure that our goals is going along with our life while life is life. And so whatever obstacles you hit, whatever roadblocks you hit, we're making sure that, all right, we might need to adjust that goal in some type of way, but we're going to continue implementing our smaller goals into our daily lives, regardless of what distractions we might hit, what obstacles may come our way. Because if we don't prioritize those goals, then we're never going to get to our ultimate goals, okay? So this week we are just keeping it simple with those 3 things, all right? We have those reasons of why we want our visions to become our reality, and then we are taking those visions and those goals and making smaller, more feasible goals so that we can manage and implement into our day-to-day routines, all right? Now, next week, we'll continue to talk about turning our visions into motion and what that looks like so that we are turning our vision and our desires, turning them into reality, okay? Putting them into motion, what that looks like and how we can obtain it. Remember, this is not about perfection, okay? Our vision is not about perfection. Our goals are not about perfection. It is just while we are here on earth and while we are able, we want to make sure that we are, one, being intentional about everything that we do, but we are striving and trying to be the best version of ourselves that we can, okay? We're not perfect and we're not going to be perfect, but we want to make sure that we are evolving and being able to flourish and truly enhance ourselves from the inside out so that we can truly live in our most authentic, fulfilled, purposeful selves that we are destined to be. All right. Y'all make sure y'all follow and subscribe us on all social media platforms. Remember to subscribe to our email so that y'all can be a part of our vision board party this upcoming Saturday, January the 25th at 2 p.m. on Zoom. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful week.